Have you ever woken up one morning and thought, how did I get to this point? How did I get to this age already? I still feel like the 17-year-old me who didn't know anything about anything and just liked to hang out with my friends, eat a lot, and sleep a lot. But as time goes on, I keep getting older and older, and obviously society calls me an adult. Am I a real adult? I often ask myself these questions. What does it mean to be a real adult? For me, I think I thought once I turned 20, I'm automatically an adult. Because I thought that if I did what other adults told me to do in middle school and high school, I would study hard, I would go to university, and then I would just naturally become an adult. As a kid, the idea of being an adult was a fantastic one. I thought I would be able to do whatever I wanted. I would be able to go wherever I wanted to go, whenever I wanted to go, have as many friends as I wanted to have, be free from my parents' nagging. What a wonderful life! I thought that once I went to university, got a job, and started earning money from my work, adult life would be even more awesome. That's what I thought 10 years ago, but 10 years later, now, I still don't know what a real adult is. I'm in my 20s, I'm at university, I'm about to graduate, and I'm working, so that means, am I a real adult? Well, when I finally became the adult that everyone talks about, the reality was so different from my imagination. One of the first things I realized as an adult was that I had to do things for myself that I didn't want to do. I no longer had someone cooking for me, doing my laundry or cleaning for me, or nagging me to do things that I needed to do. When I was younger, I had other adults in my life who would nag me to do things. But now, I had to do it all on my own. Being an adult seems to mean that I was making all the choices and dealing with all the side effects that came with them. And at times, taking responsibility for myself and the choices I make and the changes or consequences that come with them felt bigger and heavier than I thought it would. Sometimes, it's really annoying, hard, and something you just don't want to do and want to run away from. But isn't that what makes us all adults? Another question that came to mind as I kept thinking about this. Is there a real adult in the world? I think we are always running towards what I think the ideal adult should be. And how many people in the world can say to themselves, oh, I'm a real adult? I grew up in the provinces for most of my childhood, and when I went to university, I left my hometown and moved to Seoul to get out of my parents' safe zone, comfort zone I'm in. And now, I've been away from my family for 11 years. And if you are asking, why 11 years? In short, I've been living away from my family since I was middle school or maybe high school. I don't remember, but anyway. So I've spent a lot of time on my own. I still remember that first moment when I came to Seoul for the first time in my life after growing up in the provinces and living there for almost my entire life. Because where I lived at that time, there were some rice fields behind my parents' apartment. And there was no subway, and of course, there is no subway now still. But anyway, when I came to Seoul for the first time, everything was so complicated and busy. The noise of cars on the streets everywhere, so many people always rushing to go somewhere. The subway itself was so new to me. And there were so many lines that you could easily take the wrong one. All of them was so unfamiliar and new to me. And at the same time, it made my heart skip a bit. I can't believe I'm finally in Seoul. Ever since I was a little girl, I've been saying to myself every day, oh, I have to get out of here and live in a big city. I have to go to Seoul and be the kind of the person who experiences a lot of things in the bigger places, in city. Every day has been like a dream. Going from not having a subway to having a different subway line every day. Going out with my friends, going to university in Seoul, living the life of my dreams and enjoying all the different cultures. Everything about that time is so vivid in my mind. Living in Seoul was fantastic, and still is fantastic though, but at the same time it felt so tight. Because it felt like it was costing me money just to breathe, and it still does. Living expenses were tight, so I couldn't buy rice because I didn't have $5. Excuse me, it was just $5. Yeah, so I had to buy 삼각김밥 from a convenience store at the end of every month because I didn't have money, but I was happy though. Time passed and now I'm more familiar with Seoul than Gyeongsang-buk-do, where I lived for a long time. I know more places in Seoul and I have more friends in Seoul. I'm at an age where I no longer get confused and take the wrong subway, and I'm as busy as everyone else. I go somewhere every single day and I'm free to go outside of Seoul if I want to. The moments that felt like dreams at first are now, it's just part of my everyday life. The other day, I was on my home from meeting a friend and I suddenly thought to myself, it was late at night and I was driving home in a taxi, and I looked outside and I saw the Han River Bridge lit up, all these skyscrapers lit up behind it. And I was thinking to myself, when I was a kid, seeing the Han River like this at night felt like something that only happened in movies. And now I'm an adult and I'm used to it. Wow, that's new. It was very strange and I had mixed feeling about it. I guess being an adult means that you have to clean the toilets you don't want to clean, and you have to organize your desk, you have to sit down and work all day, and sometimes you really don't want to do anything but you have to get up and do it because no one else is going to do it for you. You have to take on more and more responsibility and you have to do it again even if you don't want to. But sometimes, I mean often, it's nice to be an adult, to be able to eat what you want, when you want. No one says anything about it, and it makes me feel good to have my own space where I can just be me and fill it with the things I like, make it a place where I can relax and you get to know your own taste and likes and dislikes like that. You know how sometimes you have one of those days where you're really stuck from start to finish and you've got so many things to do and you're not getting any of them done and you're just going from one thing to the next and it's really stressful and you're running around trying to solve problems, trying to get things done, and you don't really know where the time has gone. And then you come home exhausted, and there's one thing that I always do. I take a long shower. I know it might sound weird, but it makes me feel very comfy, special, and important to myself. Usually, when I'm really busy, I tend to take a quick shower and eat very quickly so that I can wash up and get things done. Cooking for myself, eating, cleaning up, showering sometimes. All these things are so time consuming. But when I've had a really tiring day, I take it slow, really slow. I think it's because I don't have the energy to do it fast. I think I'm washing away all my negative thoughts, all my bad moods, all my tired energy in the shower. When it comes to skincare, I often rush through my daily routine, but today I want to take my time and be gentle with it. And on days like this, I focus on giving my skin a special treatment. But of course, that's assuming I'm not that much busy the next day. Anyway, I'm going to show you a routine that I'm loving so much these days, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it's my favorite part of the day. Trust me. I find that my skin is much worse at this time of the year than it is in the middle of summer or winter. Just like all the changes that happen when you go from being a child to an adult, your skin needs time to adjust to the rapidly changing seasons. My skin texture has become rougher and my pores seem to be more open. Then I was introduced to VT Riddleshot, a product that has been so hot lately, especially in Korea, and it really opened my eyes to a new world. It's almost the hottest product in the K-beauty industry right now, so I'm sure many of you know about it maybe. The most important part of my nighttime skincare routine these days, definitely the Riddleshot. This one is a skin booster that uses a shaker needle to pierce the skin and penetrate the dermis layer to deliver active ingredients more effectively. Think of it as the same principle behind the popular MTS. You know what is MTS? It's a kind of roller that has some needles on it. So You can just roll it on your face before you put some serum or moisturizing creams. Anyway, you can see immediate effects after just one use. Riddleshot makes your skin smooth and healthier from removing all dead skin cells and rough texture. Apply an appropriate amount to the thoroughly cleansed face as the first step in your skincare routine. My skin type is dry, sometimes combination, and my skin also thin and sensitive, so I'm most careful when testing functional products like this, but this product has been tested for skin hypoallergenicity, so I can use it without any concern. There are 3 types depending on the frequency of use: 100, 300, and 700. The lower the number, the more daily use, and the higher the number, the more special care. Riddleshot 100 is for daily use, and 300 is for intensive care every 3 days. 700 is for special care once a week. But I think you need to use this according to your skin type. I usually use 100 for my night skincare routine, and I tend to apply an appropriate amount to my face and let it absorb properly. Then I usually use a mask bag together to maximize the effect. I think this is the most important part, using a mask bag. Especially I recommend using a moisturizing mask bag, but anything else is fine. The more you use the Riddleshot, the more it'll exfoliate your skin, so follow with a moisturizer to maximize the result. That's why I recommend this routine. I usually squeeze out this amount for a single application, and the higher the number, the more intense the needle-like sensation when the product touches my skin. When I roll it on my hands, I still feel a slight sting, like I'm rolling dozens of tiny needles on my fingertips, but it's not that painful and I think it's moderately tolerable. When I used it for the first time, I was a little worried that it stung my skin more than I thought, but this is a natural phenomenon that appears in the process of absorbing the product, so there's no need to worry, and it has never been a problem while I'm using it. It works by first creating a pathway for the active ingredient to be absorbed by the microneedles to penetrate the clogged skin, and then the cica extract contained in the cica riddle is absorbed through this pathway to improve skin condition from within. In this way, it stimulates the skin turnover cycle from the inside, making the skin better and healthier. Depending on your skin type and sensitivity, the frequency of use may vary, but I usually only use the 100 every 1 or 2 days for my nighttime routine. And the 100 is my favorite because it's easy to use every day. If you're using this, then I'm sure you don't have to go for expensive dermatological procedures, and you can just apply it at home and the effect is so dramatic. So, I love it because I can see the improvements in my skin condition as soon as I use it. That's amazing, right? At the first time, I couldn't believe this. You have to trust me. I can actually see the difference in my skin after just 1 day of use, but when I use it for about a week, my skin texture improves a lot, and I personally feel that it improves my skin condition also, especially acne. And actually, this is a non-comedogenic product, so it can be used for acne skin also. A recent clinical trial on pores showed the Riddleshot 100 immediately reduced the length of vertical pores by 31.25% and the number of pores by 38.08% after 2 weeks of use. If you are concerned about your pores, I bet this is a great product to use for pore care. It'll be available on Amazon at a discounted price on Black Friday, November 24th, and also Cyber Monday, November 27th. You can check more details about this below. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because it's a really big part of my day these days. I know some people might be like, oh, it's just a skincare routine. Why are you so into this? Why do you care so much about this? Like this, but the truth is, when I come home from work on a weekday, I really don't have any energy left to do anything else special. So this is the most efficient route for me to feel the most happiness with the least amount of energy. Do you have something like that? A way to give yourself a little break when you're at your most exhausted and you really don't have any energy left in you? I used to think that I didn't really need that. Like, oh, sleeping and eating is the best thing to do at the point. Why would I need anything else? Of course, sleeping well and eating well are also so important. But I think I need something different than that. Because sleeping and eating are things that you do every single day, and when you de-stress with those things, you end up feeling like there's not much left in you. Like, you're just a person who sleeps a lot and eats a lot. And yeah, that doesn't mean that's bad at all, but you know what I mean, right? Anyway, I'm rambling, but there's actually a reason I wanted to do this video today, and it's because people ask me a lot of questions like, what do you think it means to be a real adult? And I hear it all the time, and I don't have a perfect answer, and I don't think there is one. But I think everyone is going through their own journey to adulthood, going through this or that, and I cannot think of a word in Korean that refers to this process, but in English, I guess there's a word called adulting. I think it means how to become an adult, the process of becoming an adult, or something like that, right? I'm not really sure exactly, but it's just a word that has the nuance, you know what I mean? In conversations with my friends, I often hear them say things like, oh, my high school and my college years were better than this. I didn't have the money and freedom at that time that I have now, but at least I didn't have the worries that I have now. And things like that. I get what they're saying because now I have to pay for my own insurance, my own taxes, my own living expenses, and I have to fix things in my house. If there's something wrong, like something breaks, I have to do my own grocery shopping, and there are moments when it's overwhelming to deal with all of that on your own. And besides, you have to take care of your health also. Now that I'm a person who tries to make myself take all kinds of nutrients, exercise, go to bed early and wake up early without anyone nagging me, is this really the process of becoming an adult? I still don't have it all figured out, but I believe I'm on my way. And I think every moment of trying to be even 1% better today than I was yesterday is the process of becoming an adult. This is my first time doing a video like this, so it's a bit awkward, plus it's in English, so I'm not sure if I conveyed what I meant well, but I hope you guys like it. What does real adult mean to you? When do you feel like you're growing up? If I had to summarize my experience making this video in one word, I would say that being an adult means more responsibility, for sure. There's more to love, more to lose, more complex and varied emotions, and I feel like I'm learning how to deal with them every day. I still struggle with going to bed early and waking up early. I still eat sweets whenever I feel like it, and I still wake up late when I have a lot of work to do, but through it all, I feel like I'm learning how to be an adult. Nothing in this world is perfect, right? And we don't have to be perfect because we are all human. So why not be a little better every day than we were yesterday and find a little joy in that? I think that's pretty helpful and healthy for me. I still don't have a plausible answer for what it means to be a real adult, but I think I have an idea of what it means to be an adult. And I think it's a topic that makes me think endlessly because you don't usually think about it and then it just pops into your head. Sometimes I get tired of thinking, and sometimes I wonder why I'm tired of thinking about such trivial topics. But lately, I've been trying to practice deep thinking, at least consciously. I think it takes a lot of practice to think deeply about a topic and organize those thoughts and express them in words. I often think that it's like a muscle that degenerates if you just let go of it because it's annoying and your head hurts. But I'm trying to think deeply, even consciously, so that the muscle doesn't lose its strength. And I think that's where this idea came from. Anyway, today's video was created from the idea of what does it mean to be an adult. And I hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts because when you share something, you're also sharing that you care about the person, right? You know, yeah. Thank you again for watching my video today, and everyone take care and see you guys in my next video.
I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday mornings, and how you smile at me. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.